What can I say? What can I say? Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is absolutely peak Spider-Man. This show right here is absolutely incredible. Oh my god. Episode 9 and 10? Man, what a show. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Lawrence Report. We have got to talk about the season finale of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man episodes 9 and 10. Now, of course, in episode 8, we saw Daredevil and Spider-Man. They was going at it, and I love the fight choreography with Daredevil and Spider-Man. Now, Daredevil knows that something's not right when it comes to Norman Osborn. He knows that he's doing something where he cannot be trusted, right? In the fight choreography. Listen, I'm just waiting. I'm just patiently waiting for Spider-Man and Daredevil to finally link up in the MCU in a live action sequence. Now, episode 9 and 10, that's when it got really, really good, right? Now we know that Doc Ock is pissed that Norma Osborn basically put him behind bars. Peter is having to fight against Scorpion one more time, right? I know he's tired. I know he's fed up about it. And at the same time, we got Lonnie and his whole gang facing off against the Scorpion gang. And we saw Lonnie, unfortunately, poor Lonnie, man. I hate this arc that they about to do for him coming up in the next season, coming up for him officially being more than likely Tombstone. But we saw Lonnie get into that gas, right? Because we know they was trying to get if I'm not mistaken, it was like some type of packages or something like that. But Lonnie got trapped inside that vehicle, right? And that gas basically is getting ready to turn him into Tombstone, right? Because we even saw him save Spider-Man life, stuff like that. So Lonnie, I hate this for you, man, but yeah, that Tombstone arc is going to break my heart, and I know it's going to break a lot of other people's heart who actually enjoy this Lonnie character. We know how it goes down for him in the comics, right? And whenever this gang is getting their tails whooped, right? It's crazy how Big Don was like, "Yo, I'm leaving, I'm dipping," and basically, it's up to Lonnie to basically lead the 1/10 from here. I'm like, no, Lonnie, you had ample amount of time to finally lead this 1/10 gang once. Of course, people like Norman Osborn, rich people like Norman Osborn, I guess you could say, have nothing else to do but try to build projects to try to get to space. Kind of like our current times, but I will not go into that if you catch my drift. Norman Osborn has been having these interns build these different type of side projects, right? And he has been basically building a project called Project Monolith. They want to go to outer space. They want to go to the cosmos, right? So here comes Doctor Strange. He says, listen, I cannot let you build this right here. I cannot let you do this. You're working with some stuff that the human eyes, they can't even handle themselves. But Norman Osborn, being as arrogant as he is, unfortunately, goes on with the program. And while they're going on with the program, Doctor Strange try to warn them, but here comes one of these symbiotes, right? It's like a venom-like creature. So now you have Spider-Man and Doctor Strange basically trying to fight off this symbiote and send this symbiote back to his home world. You see what you're doing, Norman? This was what happens whenever you end up in the wrong ballpark, Norman. You shouldn't have even been here trying to get a bat or a swing, Norman Osborn. But thankfully, Doctor Strange and Peter, Spider-Man, they teamed up. They were able to handle the symbiote, but a piece of the symbiote was actually left, right? So I'm wondering if we're going to see Spider-Man tap into the black suit for next season because it looked like Norman Osborn is getting ready to capture a piece of this black symbiote and try to experiment with it more than likely. Now, Peter is kind of left with thinking, Peter's starting to think, like, listen, can I trust Norman Osborn? So the son is actually getting ready to form his own little small startup group called Web, right? We saw that right there. And now at the same time, Doctor Strange and Peter, they're starting to have this bond, this little chemistry, whatever. And Peter's asking him a couple of questions about the future. And as far as Doctor Strange, he basically lets him know that, yeah, you're going to be ready for the future. You'll always be prepared, Peter, which I thought was super duper dope. And as far as Daredevil, we saw Daredevil make another appearance again. And it turns out that he has an inside person working with him, a character by the name of Finesse, who's actually Taskmaster's daughter. So she's basically keeping an eye on the Osborn family for Daredevil, right? And we got Peter Parker dad is alive and well, but unfortunately he's in jail. Norma Osborn's plotting his next step. Nico is talking to her mother. She's getting ready to tell about her secrets. And then we got Lonnie with the gray. Um, we saw in his hands the transformations getting ready to start to happen for him. And that's basically how they wrap up this season of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. A lot of carryover into season two. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Peak Spider-Man. So good, y'all. So good. And as always, thank you for watching my videos and thank you for tuning in to the Lawrence Report.